What is going on, everybody? The red sun rises once again. Remember, before we get into the video, we are on our way to the 100 sub special. Oh, also 100k, but I think that's going to be a way further out thing. So, until then, let's go ahead and try for 100 first. So, on to making fun of more Pokemon, starting with Abra, the kangaroo with Saiyan armor that has a okay, two of them. Special attack, speed, and special defense are fucking crazy. Normal defense is god awful though. Let's go ahead and talk. This Pokemon uses its psychic powers while it sleeps. Wow, and that mental workout in. The contents of Abra's dreams affect the powers that the Pokemon wields. Dude, that's fucking cool. Abra can teleport in its sleep. That sounds like a nightmare. Is that how it works? You get a nightmare and then you, like, just teleport? Or do you get a nightmare and then summon the devil? According to that last entry. Apparently, the more deeply Abra sleeps, the further its teleportations can go. So REM sleep is just to the moon and back when you... Jesus Christ, man, that sounds awful. Yeah. So, stat-wise, I really like what I can see. It's very much a speed build and special ability focus over, like, he's a glass cannon, but he's a fucking fast one. So, overall, the design, I am digging the fuck out of. Like, the separation between body parts right here is a nice touch. The one between there where you can barely see his neck. How his body is, like, so slender in certain portions of it with this alien feet-like design, along with the size of the tail that kind of evens out the whole thing. Along with the, I want to say, kangaroo slash, I'm getting pangolin vibes a lot from the head. Cute little Nico ears, and the little eyes, and the little plush nose. With the shoulder pads that kind of give me Dragon Ball Z vibes. He's 2'11", so he's like, he comes up to my legs, like right where my hips would start. That's how tall he is. He is, honestly, I think he's adorable. I would absolutely love to have this little guy as a Pokemon. He is so I'm actually liking the design more and more than I think about it. He's so goddamn cute, but he's a badass. I would honestly take this guy over a Pikachu any fucking day of the week. I think this is one of the rare ones. I'm going to give this guy a 10 out of 10 in design. I may change that in the future, but right now I'm just coming off of, like, wow, I love the little guy. He's adorable, but he's a badass. And I love the character build right here of him being, like, super strong, but fucking weak as hell at the same time. So 10 out of 10. Good for you, little psychic kangaroo. Let's go ahead and move on to your evolution. Immediately not as impressive. Not as impressive. Do you have to? Yes, you do. Alright, special attack and speed and special defense also increase a lot, but these also increase a good amount, but like 1 plus 1 is technically twice as big, but it's also just 2. Using its psychic powers, Kadabra levitates as it sleeps. It uses springy tail as a pillow. That would be, like, if humans had tails, I guarantee I would fucking use that the exact same way. That'd be awesome. This Pokemon's telekinesis is immensely powerful. To prepare for evolution, Kadabra stores up psychic energy in the star on its forehead. I would have never noticed that little design right there. Overall, I think the reason I like Abra so much is because he seemed like a doll that was turned into a human, that was turned into a living being, because the separation had so much, like, distinctness between it. Almost like a clay statue turned into a human while it would move around on the ball joints that were never actually connected. It gave me vibes like that. This, it feels a lot more like a living being. Like how you can clearly see the connection point between the chest, the armor-like chest. Not to mention the head is a lot less, I'll just say cute. The design here seems a little superfluous. The tail is a bit contrasty towards the size of the body. The shin shape is pretty cool. The spoon, I understand, like, psychic abilities. Psychics can bend spoons. I never saw the appeal of it. Plus the star in its head, that seems like a big-ass weakness. Like, this is a weird in-between. 4 out of 10 just for the resemblance to Abra. 4 out of 10, but good for you on the stats. Alakazam. I like him better than the middle one. I know he has a Mega Evolution. Like I said, I'm doing that in its own separate video. It has an incredibly high level of intelligence. Some say that Alakazam remembers everything that has ever happened to it from birth till death. I pity any of you that have bad trainers. You're 4'11", so, but you're gonna remember you're a short bitch. The second one, Alakazam wields potent psychic powers. It's said that the Pokemon use these powers to create the spoons it holds. So those are psychic constructs, like a Green Lantern? I think my main grievance with this guy is just the mustache. I do not like the mustache. But I feel like if he got rid of the mustache, he would look a lot like Renamon from Digimon. He would have a very similar thing to it, except for like the big Tanuki tail. But, I don't know, just get rid of the mustache. Get rid of the mustache, he would look so much better. I like the Frieza kind of shape that he's got going. Like, first form Frieza with his armor on, that's what I'm getting a lot from this guy. Alright, mix in the spoons for psychic energy simulations. I'm guessing the design for his character looks a lot like some Japanese Oni. I'm not exactly familiar with any of that. Stats are pretty much just a buffed version of Kadabra. Yeah, overall, I like him better than Kadabra. So, but I don't like him as much as Abra. So I'll give him a 6 out of 10. Good design. Your mustache is holding you back. And actually, no, 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10. Because you're not as cute as your original form, and the mustache is kind of throwing me off. And there's something that I just can't. Give it a little bit of disconnect between the joints. Make it seem like he's a psychic construct being held together. That would be so much more cool. Overall, not a bad design, but not my favorite. Machop. You look like you're shaped like a child. Can I just say, you even have like the rib cages that like every kid I ever grew up around had. Like, let's go play, and sure, and then some dipshit took off their shirt, and then you'd see their ribs, and everybody would be like, hey, you're skinny, and you'd look over to the other kid, and his gut would be hanging out, and you'd be like, well, you're fat, you little bitch. Bitch. I don't know why kids are like that, but it was kind of fun. But HP and attack kind of grow. I think 3 is just the default mark for people who are like, how big is it? How big is your stat? 3. 3 is the midpoint. Like, yeah, he's a very much a contrast to the last one that we saw. Giving off kind of I don't know what. It looks like he has a snake head and then just generic Mega Man looking body with tail that does not show up anywhere else. You're very much a proto design. Its whole body is composed of muscle. Even though it's the size of a human child, it can hurl 100 grown-ups. Like, at once or in succession. Because that's a very big feat if you can do it at once. That is incredible. Always brimming with power, it passes time by lifting boulders. Okay, so maybe it is all at once. Doing so makes it even stronger. Well, I hope so, otherwise it'll just be a weird flex on the entire world. Design-wise, I think they were trying to make him cuter than he was, but these little line works right here in his knees, legs, especially the ribcage right here and the arms, I think kind of detract from it. So he looks like he's a lot like just loose skin over something that could have more muscle and build to it. So I'd give the character a 5 out of 10. Kind of the midway point between he could have been better, but he also could have been a lot worse. 5 out of 10. Good for you on you just being getting them gains. Now there's the guy who's actually gotten them gains. Godzilla head, Arnold body. With toes. I never noticed that. I like the arm bits right here. That looks cool. Do you just get the belt? Do you achieve belt later in your life? Special defense goes up, defense, attack, and HP all skyrocket. 4'11", 155 pounds. So you're about as tall as Alakazam. Yeah, do you have to? Let me try something. Wait, never mind. I guess he just doesn't. So, its muscular body is so powerful it must wear a power-save belt to be able to regulate its motions. So that thing's not an organic piece of your body. That's like a piece of... That's like a girdle you just wear to make sure you look better and you kind of keep yourself in check. Okay, good for you for keeping your physical strength well set up. He's a little too humanoid. Just a little. Like, if you replace this with just that of like a swole dude, then he wouldn't be like anything special. He'd just be like typical anime protagonist, but with more legs. These little arm bits, I like the design of, but now that I know this is artificial, it seems a little cheaper. Oh, so that works. How come that done? Alright, whatever. I think it's not fair to judge you without having the second thing working. So, at the moment, I'll give you a 7 out of 10, just because I like the Godzilla-esque appearance of it, mixed with, like, Arnold. I know I said that before, but I kind of like the design. Not something special, but you could see him being more used for practical stuff in the Pokemon world. 7 out of 10, good for you. And Machamp, the last one for today. It quickly swings its forearms to rock its opponents with ceaseless punches and chops from all angles. Well, I'm guessing from like 4 angles. You got them Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle feet. And he kept the belt, even though your chest got like huge. And you lost your teeth. It's strange. You got that penguin mouth. Oh, so it works with you, what the hell? With 4 arms that react more quickly than it can think, it can execute many punches at once. Oh, he's got fucking Ultra Instinct going on his side. Just attacks before he can think. God. Crazy high attack. HP and defense are pretty decent as well, and everything else is pretty respectable. Well, grows a little bit and gains a lot of weight. God damn, good for you. No, overall, I don't think I like the design as much as Machoke, but I think there's something about it that gives it more of a Pokemon feel. Like, it actually feels like a legit Pokemon. Plus, I always kind of like the idea of, like, 4 arms on a character. Like, I don't know what it was. Like, I couldn't figure out why I liked it so much, and then I played Azura's Wrath, and then I could definitely feel, like, a good enough reason for it. I don't know, I just have something cool for, like, multiple arms on a character. Like, that's a badass design choice to me. So, I'll give you also a 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10, but for different reasons. Plus, the mouth, the not really all that much of a difference from the previous one, except for, like, the lines. Lines on his arms go away, and that was, like, the coolest thing. 7 out of 10, different reasons, but also good. Now, that is it for this video, so if anybody has any more suggestions, if anybody would like to say anything about it, go ahead and comment down at the video, leave a like if you feel like. I usually don't, but hey, I'm here. I'm here to be a YouTuber, not anything special. I mean, no, be a YouTuber, unless it's good, I don't know, fuck it. But, I have been the Red Sun. Make sure that you wash your hands. We are on our way to 100 subs, so if you want to stick around for that, have a nice day. Hey, 100 sub video is going to be special, trust me. But, until next time, I have been the Red Sun. Wash your hands, make sure everybody's having a fucking awesome day, and if you're not, fix that shit. Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and set for today, so, until then, bye guys.